an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. When you let your nuts hang.
Story time about how two of my old men. Story time on how I fought the town wannabe gangster. So this happened. Story time about how two of my old male friends left me to die. So this takes place like 2 years ago or something like that. And it was winter time. It was like around November. I had two of these friends. I'll call the first one Pinocchio, and I'll call the second one Grumpy. So Pinocchio and Grumpy, I used to be in a friend group with them, whatever. The friend group had like a huge falling out, basically, which is just a whole story in itself. But basically, I had beef with Pinocchio and Grumpy, and one day Pinocchio texts me, and he's like, "What's the move?" And it was like 10 p.m. at night. I'm like, "What do you mean, what's the move? Like, I didn't even know we were friends. What's going on?" And then he started apologizing. He was like, "I'm sorry for the falling out. Like, I think we should all be friends. Like, I'm hanging out with Grumpy right now. We want to hang out with you." And I was just like, okay. And it was just like so random. And honestly, I was bored. And I used to live right across the street from this park. And Pinocchio texted me. He's like, "We're at the park right now. Like, come meet up with us." And I'm really thinking in my head, I'm like, this isn't a good idea. Like, they're weird. They are so weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I did not trust Pinocchio or Grumpy at all. But I was a dumb kid, and so I got ready and I went to the park. So I'm walking over to the park, and immediately they're like standing on top of this slide, and all I see is like just fireworks. Like, they popped a bunch of like those dynamite fireworks at me, and they threw them at me. And I literally just stood there like this, like no reaction. Like, what are y'all doing? And then after the fireworks went off, I just heard them laughing so loud, and then they hopped down from the slide. They come up to me and they're like, "Bro, did we get you? Did we get you, bro?" I was like, "Bro, you did not get me. Put the fireworks back in the bag, bro. You're not tough." Anyways, so Grumpy and Pinocchio, they start coming up to me and they're like, "Oh, well, we're sorry anyways for like the whole falling out. Like, the whole thing was so stupid. Like, we're sorry." And I was like, "It's okay, guys. Like, it's just random. Like, why do y'all want to hang out all of a sudden?" And they were like, "Bro, we're just bored. And also, we know that you know where all the abandoned places are. And we're bored. And, like, what's the move? Like, take us to one of the abandoned houses." And I'm stupid. And I'm like, wow. Not even thinking to myself, oh, they're using me. I'm thinking, wow, they want to hang out with me. And at this time, I wasn't hanging out with a lot of people. So I was desperate to hang out with someone. So I was like, "I do know a spot, guys. Come on, come with me. It's just over there." So I take them to this abandoned house that I knew that wasn't too far. And in this abandoned house, there's like a ladder that leads to this small basement. And in this basement, there's like a bunch of gas tanks and stuff like that. Like a bunch of those tanks that carry the gas for the house, whatever. And so we're walking into this abandoned house. And I'm like showing them the basement, and they're like, "Bro, we're not going down there, bro. We're not going down there." And I was like, "Guys, it's not that scary. Like, just come on, just come down there. It's cool down there." Because I'm really just trying to, like, show them the whole abandoned house, because I've been in here a few times before. And I was like, okay, suit yourself. So I started crawling down there, and it's, like, the tiniest little basement ever. There's a bunch of gas tanks down there, by the way. Anyways, so I'm down there, and I'm like, "Come on, guys." And then I look around for, like, a second. And then I look back. There's, like, a whole line of those tiny little dynamite fireworks, like a giant line of them. And it's just lit on fire, and I see them up there looking at me, giggling. Anyways, next thing I know, pop, 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 and this basement's so dark, so I just see, like, sparks everywhere, and the dynamite was just getting closer and closer to the gas tanks, and I'm like, bro. And then, like, it got on one of the gas tanks, and, like, a little fire started, and I stomped it out real quick, and then they were like, "Oh, shit." Y'all, I was shaking so bad, I thought the whole thing was going to explode, and I was gonna die. Anyways, I ended up climbing out, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting them back. I'm getting them back. So I was like, guys, there's a fire. There's a fire. We have to go. They were like, "Oh, shit." And they started running. And then they closed the door in my face. They ran out the door and slammed it in my face. Like, if there was a fire, if there was a freaking explosion, done. I would have been cooked. Anyways, so I ran back out and I yelled and I was like, "Guys, I'm just joking, I'm just joking." They looked back and like just kept running. So I did the walk of shame back to my house and I was like, yeah, no, that wasn't a good idea. I'm never hanging out with them again. So I actually did end up hanging out with them again, but guys, I'm not.
All that to just say you's a stupid. You have zero life skills, no survival skills whatsoever. Oh My God, this is why y'all gotta protect y'all children, because these bitches be stupid. Like, what kind of joke is that? These people that went down there and put all these gas tanks, gas cans, or whatever down there, and it is had dynamite sticks. They threw them at you. First, they threw them at you, and then, or had you walk into them, and then you thought, oh, they're cool. Let's go to the next adventure. Bitch, go home. This is why y'all gotta talk to y'all kids, man. I'm glad my kids have, like, we all got each other's locations, because I'd be damned if your stupid ass go walk into some damn hole. Okay? Oh my God, that was retarded. By the way, why does she have a random Oklahoma tag on her wall right here? That's very random, but whatever. It's like she has the same tags. She has the JJA 839, and this is JJA 839. So she has two of the same tags, and then the Oklahoma tag, which is random. But her room looks like somebody that's just been God damn, I think I would go insane by looking at all the shit on the wall.